Hello and welcome to another episode of UA Double Overtime. I'm Connor Delaney.
And I'm Michael Wolf.
Mike, this is probably my favorite time of year for sports. We have NBA playoff race, opening day just happened, college basketball, the Masters is coming up. Let's start with college basketball today.
Okay.
We have our Final Four. We have the matchup of Florida, who easily breezed to that side of the bracket, versus surprising UConn, who took out Michigan State last week. And then on the other side, we have a Wisconsin team who's been playing well all tournament versus a number 8 Kentucky seed. Like, what do you make of these matchups, and who do you have winning?
Well, going into the start of the NCAA season, Kentucky was destined to be in the Final Four. That's what everyone thought. And then you have, they had 10 losses, and but they have this player. His name is Julius Randle. And, those 10 losses, I would have to say, have nothing to do with him. They're a team full of beasts. Mm-hmm. And this team full of beasts, this guy, Julius Randle, he's the biggest, and he's the strongest, and he's possibly the meanest. So, he's come into this tournament. Throughout this tournament, he has 4 double-doubles. And that's each game throughout the tournament. He's had a double-double. He's in second place right now for most double-doubles as a freshman in NCAA history.
So I love you, man. You're a big stat guy. You're a big stat guy. And I don't have any stats for it.
I know my NCAA basketball.
They're an 8 seed. Were they deserving of an 8 seed? I feel like they should be like a 3 or a 4 seed.
I think the 8th seed. I think they deserve the 8th seed because lot more than what they're giving credit for. I think they're getting too much credit. They've proven themselves in this tournament.
Sure, they had 10 losses.
There's no doubt about that. They've proven themselves in this tournament. But at the same time, were they seeded correctly? I think so. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe a 6. I wouldn't go farther than that.
Okay.
And and now they're going against a number 2 Wisconsin.
They were an 8 seed who played a number 1 seed, Wichita State, who didn't lose a game all season. So a lot of people called that game Kentucky because Wichita State never had any real tests.
Yeah.
Then they beat a Louisville team, which I was upset about. I had Louisville in my Final Four. So, to me, it's coming into the season they were a top 10 team ranked. So I could totally see why they are in the Final Four right now. Mm-hmm. As an 8 seed, they did fall off during the regular season, but
they turned it up.
But with college basketball, the thing is, a lot of these teams, they don't see these teams play, all season. A team like Florida and UConn, they would never play each other. So a lot of it just comes to basketball instincts and just running up and down the floor and just playing ball. Mm-hmm. Where these kids, these freshmen, Julius Randles, the Harrison twins, these guys on Kentucky, they just know how to play basketball.
Yep. When
it comes down to it. So they go out there for 40 minutes. They check their guys. They play hard-nosed defense. Calipari's a great coach. I'm looking forward to it. I think that I'm hoping to see Kentucky and Florida in the final. I think, Kentucky getting back there. I think, 2 coaches like, Billy Donovan and Calipari going at it would be a great matchup. Do you think Kentucky can get past Wisconsin, though? Well,
here's the thing about Wisconsin. Wisconsin's actually a much better team that people like to give them credit for also. You saw against Oregon, and you saw them against Baylor to win in the Sweet 16 that, they're looking a lot almost like the Spurs, giving passes around, no selfish shots, nothing like that.
If they can keep the game in the half court against Kentucky and not get out and run and gun with them, they'll win the game.
You're not going to beat them on run and gun. It's impossible. They're too quick, too big, too strong. But you know what? There's a guy in Wisconsin. His name is Frank Kaminsky. And you know what? He reminds me a little bit like Dirk Nowitzki. He could post up. He could roll off the screen, take a step behind the 3-point line, and shoot. He's a 6'11" forward who has range for days.
Shoot from the bleacher, shoot from the parking lot.
He could shoot from the parking lot. He looks like he's
insane.
He's got the body of a big man and the shot of a gymmer. So both teams have their assets. Both teams have their X factors. I think it's going to be a really good game, and I think it could go either way.
Who's your championship game?
I would love to see no one other than Kentucky versus. I would love to see them versus UConn.
UConn versus the 2 underdogs?
I would love to see that. But, another team that's not getting as much credit as they should for a number 1 seed, Florida. I think finally people are realizing that they do deserve this number 1 seed. They deserved it no matter what, but they are the team that they claim to be.
Well, they were on the toughest bracket, and then you got a team like Kansas got bumped out in the second
round. Well, of course,
round.
they had to play Albany in the first game of the tournament.
Albany. Syracuse lost, so they had a clear cut to the Final Four. Mm-hmm. They're playing Dayton in the Elite 8. Yeah, crying out loud. I have to shy away from Mike. I don't want. I'd like to see UConn and Kentucky, but I'm gonna have to go Florida, and I think it's gonna be Florida and Wisconsin. Kentucky and Wisconsin. That's gonna be a great game. Let's hop into opening day. Baseball just started.
Woo!
CC didn't look so hot last night. The Yankees. Mike, talk to me.
You know what? I mean, this is what we've been seeing from CC. You know, he pitches a little cruddy, and then he picks himself up, and you know, this is almost like the older Andy Pettitte. This is almost like the older Andy Pettitte. Yeah, exactly.
He's one of the best second-half pitchers.
You start off a little shaky, and then all of a sudden he's just pitching it. He's getting it where he wants. The accuracy's there, the precision's there, the velocity's there. And you know what? The first 2 innings, he let up 6 runs. And he let up 2 home runs. But then after that, he calmed down. He had 6 strikeouts into the 6th inning. He played well after that. No runs scored for the next 4 innings. And you know what? I'm not you know, it's opening day. It's the first game of the season. I'm not upset with that performance. You know what? Things happen. It's the first game of the season. We built from this.
Houston.
We built from this. It's Houston. It's not even like it's an AL East game. I'm not upset about it. I'm not worried about it. You see where these guys are at now. This
home opener.
This lineup.
Baltimore though.
Home openers against Baltimore. Yeah. That's going to be a great series to watch.
This is going to be a tough year for the Yankees in that AL East.
It is.
That AL East
100%.
is stacked.
It's going to be
the
a good.
Red Sox, you know, defending world champions. Baltimore Orioles have a good team, bringing guys like Nelson Cruz in the offseason.
It's insane. And you know what? They played. I mean, the Baltimore Orioles. They only got better this season, and I thought that they well exceeded their expectations last season. So I can only imagine what they're going to do this season. And you know what? But the Yankees picked up who they needed to make themselves more of a contender this year than last. You know, they made some acquisitions last year, and it didn't work out in their favor. But this year,
do you think going in this season they have a sharper team than last season?
Without question. Now they have multiple DHs they could throw in whenever they want.
Off,
you know what? They have such a good outfield that Ichiro Suzuki didn't even start, and he did not play in that game.
Yeah.
Their outfield is so good defensively. They're good offensively, and defensively, they are absolutely insane. I completely forgot how much of a hose Carlos Beltran had.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in the 2nd inning, I saw him.
Their outfield defensively?
He pitched a frozen rope from right field to Kelly Johnson at 3rd base. It blew my mind when I saw that, and it just makes me so excited for this season to come.
I'm very excited. Cano hurts. A guy like
whatever.
He's irreplaceable. Brian Roberts, bringing guys in like him. Kelly Johnson, put him at 3rd base.
Mm-hmm.
Beltran, Ellsbury, McCann. You know, Pineda's healthy. Pineda's going to have a huge season.
He is, and right now he's set up at the 5th starting spot in the rotation, and he's just going to move up. There's no way he's not going to. He pitched amazing this spring training, and I don't see him pitching any less than that throughout this entire year. I mean, and then you look at their starting lineup, batting order. I mean, just starting off with Ellsbury, Jeter, Beltran, McCann, Teixeira, Soriano, and then who comes after that? I think who was it? It was
Gardner. It was Gardner, then Roberts, and then Johnson.
And then you're back at Ellsbury. I mean, that lineup it's unreal.
It's unreal. I would like to see Gardner moved into the 9-hole.
I would rather that too, because then you have the second leadoff,
Ellsbury.
and then it jumps right back into Ellsbury. Exactly. And I think they're going to start doing that throughout the year. I mean,
they don't have much power down there towards the end with guys like Brian Roberts, Kelly Johnson. Kelly Johnson has a little pop in his
bat. I think you're going to see more of that also when Ichiro comes into DH or when Ichiro comes in to play right field. You're going to see the second leadoff much more, because they could either have Suzuki there or they could have Brett Gardner.
Like I said, it's the most exciting time of year for a sports fan. Mike.
I'm really excited.
I'm really actually disappointed because Tiger Woods just announced that he's not going to participate in the Masters.
I think that's what he needs. He's undergoing surgery, and you know what? He could either make it worse and then ruin his shot at the
U.S. Open,
at the U.S. Open, everything, or he gets surgery and he could think about the future. He could continue to play on after this instead of seriously injure himself and then end his career.
He's on the back 9 of his career, if you will. See what I did there? And he's got to think towards the future. You know, like you said, he's got to think. He's got to plan ahead. So. That was good first half we just had there. We're going to take a short break here. We'll come back, and we're going to we got a little surprise for you. We'll tune you in when you get back.
Lights, Camera, Action presents a great moment in cinema history.
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Enough is enough, man. We got to get this kid out of here.
I know what are you gonna do. He's in my top 5, but bring the
replacements. Bring in the replacements.
Now, if you would, please speak into the camera the words we provided for you.
All right.
What's really poppin', my G? My name is Connor Delaney.
Get this guy out of here. I was loving the whole Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon effect, but it's not happening. Next.
Please speak into the camera the words we've provided for you.
She's got it. She's got it. She's got it. We're good. We're good. Oh, we can't take her? Nope.
UA double overtime replacement, take 3.
Hello and welcome to UA Double Overtime. I'm Connor Delaney.
And I'm Michael Wolf. She's pretty good. She's pretty good.
We've got a great show for you guys today.
Let's keep testing them. Let's keep testing them.
All right. We might have another show for you.
I got a show for you.
I don't know, man. We've been doing this all day. I don't know how much longer I could go.
I think this next kid might got it. He looks pretty good.
Or whatever. This is the last one anyway.
All right, let's see it. All right, UA overtime replacement, take 4.
Hello, welcome to UA's Double Overtime. I'm Connor Delaney.
I get it. I can start whenever I want. I understand. Welcome back to the second half of UA's Double Overtime. In this half, we have a nice little special treat for you.
Ooh, for a treat.
You know, because of March Madness, we have our own little March Madness ourselves. We're going to have a nice little bracket set up, and we're going to be going over the best sports movies of all time.
Categories. We have football, we have basketball, we have baseball, and we have another category. Basically, what we're going to do right now is we've come up with about 7 to 9 in each category. We're going to talk about those. We're going to bring them up to you, the public, to our 3 viewers out there. And then what we're going to do is put each category with the respective movies in each category on Facebook and allow you, the fans, the people, to vote. The top 4 in each category will then go into a bracket.
And that way we could seed them as well. The ones with the most votes are going to get the first seed, second seed, third seed, fourth seed. My concern with this is, with our 3 viewers, my mom's only seen maybe 4 or 5 of these movies.
Well, you know, you go home, you have a movie night with your mother.
Maybe I'll have a movie night with my mother.
Movie night with your mother.
Terry Wolf,
you know,
she'll
Terry
appreciate
will really
that.
appreciate that. I'll call Deb. Well, you know, maybe we'll take on a double
Deb.
date. Huh? Now we're
really talking.
All right, we're gonna start with football. I'm gonna hand it over to Mike here. He's gonna go through the football category, then we're gonna do a little discussion.
All right, I got the 8 movies for you right here. Number 1, Remember the Titans.
Ooh, strong side, baby.
Left side.
The scene gives me chills.
Do I even keep going? Do I even keep going?
Number 1 seed.
We got Any Given Sunday. You got Al Pacino, Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J. Ladies love Cool J. Then you got Friday Night Lights, Mike Winchell, Boobie Miles. Boobie Miles just got to show up.
Got to show up.
Rudy, who I don't know if you
allegedly
guys, allegedly was in fact offsides in the one game he played.
Allegedly offsides.
Then you got The Little Giants, classic football, favorite one of mine. The Blind Side, Jerry Maguire.
Show me the money.
Jerry Maguire. And The Replacements. Shane Falco after he blew it in the Sugar Bowl.
That's a list. Mike, talk to me. What do you?
Holy cow!
If you had to pick 4 from this list, what are you going with?
What I'm going with right now? Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, Little Giants, Rudy. All it takes is that one time.
I gotta go.
You beat Kevin down Cherry Road.
I gotta go. Remember the Titans.
Ooh.
Any Given Sunday.
Ooh.
Rudy.
Ooh.
Friday Night Lights.
Any Given Sunday you got on there.
I'm a huge Al Pacino fan. That speech, Inches,
you got to claw. Got to claw. You got to claw for that inch. All right, let's hear about basketball. You know, we got a lot to say about
Personally,
that.
my favorite, number 1 on the list. He got game. Denzel Washington again. He's just
great. Killing it.
He's just all around.
How many movies is this guy in?
White Men Can't Jump. Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes.
Love Wesley Snipes.
Space Jam. Hoosiers. Coach Carter. To the baseline.
Spider.
Love and Basketball. For you guys out there. Blue Chips. Great movie. I'll argue Blue Chips with him.
Hate that movie.
He doesn't seem to think so. And Glory Road.
If you're gonna put that in, you might as well put Shazam with the Shaq in it also.
Blue Chips is a great film, man. It's about a controversy topic in college basketball that happens to this day.
Of course. Okay.
You
Fair
know?
enough.
So
Fair enough.
it's coming some slack.
I mean,
He got games.
right off the bat, I was gonna say right off the bat, he got game. You know, Ray Allen, Jesus Shuttlesworth. You know, Denzel Washington's in it. That movie is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite of all time. It's ever one of my sport favorite movies of all time. And then you got White Man Can't Jump. Wesley Snipes, you know, he's going to be jumping into another category with baseball pretty soon. You'll see what movie we're talking about there. But Wesley Snipes it's a hilarious movie as well. You know, you got Woody Harrelson, one of the funniest guys. Wesley Snipes
The
is
scene where
hilarious
he's
as
on the
well.
court and he's talking crap to the guys. I don't know,
Can we say that?
Shit on me. Can I say crap? Can I say crap? Yeah, they play off each other so well, and just how, you know, the hustle and just. It's like that, because that's the stuff that, you know, ball players, that's what they would do. They would do that stuff. They'd hustle.
Especially on the blacktop. You know what I mean? This is much different than a professional sport or anything like that. This is anything goes. This is street rules, my friend. This is street rules. And you don't mess street rules with Woody Harrelson.
I got to go Hoosiers, too. You got to go. I mean, that's arguably one of the
I mean, you got Space Jam in there. You know, you got Bugs Bunny, you got Lola Bunny, you got Daffy Duck, you got Michael Jordan. Bill Murray comes in at the end. He's like, I don't play defense. I don't play defense.
Bill Murray's probably the wild card for that movie.
He is. He comes out of nowhere, and then you got Newman in there.
I believe I can touch the sky. All right, now we're going to get into, that was pretty good singing, huh? We got to get into other. So we got a lot of different, you know, some golf movies, boxing movies, poker movies.
Poker, yeah.
Poker movies. I'll start off with poker movies. As you know, I'm talking about rounders. Might not think poker might be a sport, but it is viewed. The World Series of Poker is played on ESPN.
We did have a little bit of argument about that, about rounders being a sport, but
it's a great
played on ESPN.
And it's a great movie.
It's a phenomenal movie. Matt Damon, Edward Norton, I mean.
You can't get much better than that.
No, you can't.
John Tortula.
Oh.
I mean, come on. Rocky. Rocky's, you know, clear-cut #1 choice for me. Mighty Ducks.
Coach Bombay.
Mighty Ducks. Happy Gilmore. Classic Adam Sandler. Tin Cup. Kevin Costner. Miracle. Caddyshack. And Cinderella Man.
And do not forget The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Ooh, that's right. We actually
Will Smith, Matt Damon. We
sat down and watched that.
And you know what? I can't believe that we forgot about this other. There's one more movie that goes under other that we completely left out.
I know what you're gonna say right now. Go ahead.
And that's The Big Lebowski.
Bowling.
Holy
cow!
How did we leave that out? You got the dude. You got Walter Sobchak. Oh, you got Donnie.
Absolutely.
You know, Jeff Bridges, John Goodman,
movie.
John Turturro again. I feel we're finding a lot of repeats in these sports movies with actors. You know?
I got so excited for other. You skipped over baseball.
No, you hopped right into other.
Excited.
You hopped right into other. I was waiting to talk about baseball, and you hopped right into it because there's one of my other favorite movies in here that, for whatever reason, you pretend to not like, and then we find out you never even actually seen it. You're talking all this crud the entire time, and then we find out that you're just a hoax the entire time. You're a phony. So we're going to start off. We got Field of Dreams. I know it's a personal favorite of yours. We got The Sandlot, which is a personal favorite of everyone that has ever seen the Stars and Stripes.
If you grew up in the 90s, you haven't seen The Sandlot, you might as well get out of America.
Get out. Deported. I could get you 100,000 signatures online for Barack Obama to finally look at that to make sure that you get deported if you've never seen Sandlot. That's for damn sure. You got Major League. This is what I was talking about with Wesley Snipes.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes.
Roger Dorn.
Willie Mays Hayes. Roger Dorn.
Roger Dorn.
Then you got A League of Their Own with Rosie O'Donnell. Tom Hanks, you know, also known better as Woody from Toy Story.
There's no crying in baseball.
No crying in baseball.
Kidding me?
You got Rookie of the Year.
Oh.
Which this is the movie I was previously talking about where Connor pretended that he never saw it before, or pretended that he's seen it, and then you find out he's never seen it before. It's one of the best movies ever. Hot Ice, you gotta let the big dog eat. Then you got Bull Durham, which, whatever, he loves it. I'm not a fan.
Whatever. Have you seen? So you're gonna tell me? You're gonna sit here across from me and look at the camera, the cameras that we have, these beautiful cameras, and you're gonna tell me that Rookie of the Year is a better movie than Bull. You've never seen Bull Durham?
I've seen Bull Durham.
So what's your problem? What's your problem with Bull Durham?
It's boring.
It's boring.
It's boring.
It's boring. Unbelievable. Do you not appreciate the story behind it?
I understand the story behind it. I appreciate it.
The show, man. I'm trying to get to the show.
I don't.
You know, everyone's dream in the minors. You got those players. He gets the minor league home run record. What is that? That's so bittersweet. You know, and
that sucks.
It's terrible. I just saw a guy in the NBA D League. He broke the NBA D League scoring record. And I was like, that's not something to be proud of.
You'll never hear of that. No one cares about that. You know what? It's a great story. Don't get me wrong. I just dislike the movie.
Finish.
I don't see.
I'm sorry.
I will put money down that won't end up in the top 4 for baseball
All right.
movies.
I hope you're wrong. I hope we have better viewers out there. The 3 of you that are out there.
I think my mom loves that movie. I don't even know. Then you got The Natural,
Oh,
which is a great movie.
great movie.
A little boring.
Little boring,
Great movie.
but great story.
And then you got, not Rookie of the Year, but another rookie.
Dennis Quaid,
Dennis Quaid as the rookie.
the rookie.
So
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I want to see how the fans vote. I want to see
Big
what gets seeded. I mean, it's crazy. You have so many sports on here and so many movies. I feel like so many of them. I mean, you got football. All 6 out of 8 of these movies could be #1 seeds.
Absolutely. You don't know how it's going to go.
No.
We have no idea how it's going to go. We're going to let the voting. We're going to start the voting here sometime in the next few days. Hopefully, get it out by the weekend.
I'm afraid. I'm scared because I'm afraid that I'm going to see movies on here that I think deserve to be on here and they're not gonna, and I'm worried.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Take it. We'll get the movies on there. We'll get the movies on Facebook for you guys to vote. We'll get some votes out there. We'll probably leave it up for, what do you say is fair, a week and a half maybe?
I would say about a week.
We'll
let it marinate.
Let some votes.
We'll put it on the
accumulate.
ATV Facebook. We'll have the voting
we'll get
I'll throw it
SA.
on my Facebook. You'll throw it on your Facebook.
I'll call
we'll
in some
get
favors
SA.
to SA. I'll have SA share it. We'll get the student population involved. We'll really make a big deal about this. Mike and I want to go out with a bang. It's our last time doing this together. We want to do it big. It's been fun. We're huge sports fanatics. We're huge movie fanatics. So we figured why not do this.
Huge.
But that about.
We're very girthy sport fanatics.
Some of us more than others. Holy cow. That about wraps up our show for today. We're not going to do a big finish because we had to take extended time to talk about these movies. Look forward to seeing your votes, and we will see you guys next week.
See you later. Didn't expect that one. Didn't expect that one.
A lot of changes around here. A lot of changes.
You ever get a girl pregnant? Classic.
Holy cow.